Hi all. Today we are going to discuss about material to material stock transfer. See, this material to material stock transfer we do due to some climatic changes happens, and due to that climatic change or temperature conditions, material start to lose its characteristic or properties, and in that case that old material becomes unusable. So in that case we transfer the stock from that old material to new material, or there is some design change or bomb change happens, or due to some business requirement we do stock transfer from one material to other material. So to do that stock transfer between material to material, we use standard movement type 309. So to do this stock transfer, there is one prerequisite: both materials must have same base unit of measure. So we'll just go into the system and we'll check how this stock transfer we do between material to material. So to do this stock transfer, we need source material and target material. So for that, what we'll do, we'll just go to material list transaction mm60. So here execute mm60 transaction. We'll just enter our plant code. Let's say our plant is ZP01, and we will click on execute button. So under our ZP01 plant, we have these many materials. So what we will do, we'll consider these two material, raw hyphen mat 1 and raw hyphen mat 2. So what are the materials we are considering? Raw hyphen mat 1 and raw hyphen mat 2. These two materials we will consider. Going to okay. So first of all, we'll just check what is the stock available in raw hyphen mat 1 material. So entering our material raw hyphen mat 1, enter plant code ZP01, click on execute. So this material has a total 61 quantity stock available in ZP01 plant. Under 0001 solution we have 45, 0002 we have a 10 quantity, and 0003 has 10 quantity, and in 0004 we have stock in negative 4 minus. So total stock is 65, and we have some vendor consignment stock is also available like 80 in 0001 and in 0003 8 quantity. So what we will do, we just consider this ZP01 0001 stock. So we have total 45. So here I am just mentioning this is our source material, and we will transfer stock from this material raw hyphen mat 1. This is our source plant and storage location also. We'll just mention here storage location is 0001. So we want to transfer stock from this material to here. I am just writing this is our source material, and what is our target material? Our target material is, let's say our target material is raw hyphen mat 2. Plant also plant we will use same ZP01, and storage location also will keep same. If you want to transfer stock between one plant to other or different solution, then it is also possible. Yeah. So here we checked in 000 in for this raw material 1 we have a 45 quantity stock, right? Now we'll open one more MMB screen, and in this MMB screen we'll check stock level for this material raw hyphen mat 2. So for this material we have a total 920 quantity stock available. right? So now as we understood, okay, the stock level for mat 1 and mat 2. Now what we'll do, we'll perform material to material stock transfer movement. So for this, execute transaction code migo. In migo transaction, here select transaction as a transfer posting. In a reference document, select other, and movement tab we need to use is 309. If you see the description of this movement type, the description is transfer posting material to material. At item level also you can see the same movement type 309. So going back to transfer posting tab, so this transfer posting tab has a two section, from section and a destination section. So in from section we will enter material code from which we want to transfer stock, right? Same, in from section we will enter plant and storage location from which we want to transfer stock. Similarly, on the right side in a destination section, we will enter our target material into which we want to transfer stock. And this is our target plant, and this is our target storage location. Scroll down. Here in the quantity field we will enter quantity. Let's say I want to transfer 10 quantity stock. I want to transfer 10 quantity stocks. Here I enter 10 quantity. Here item okay checkbox is automatic selected. Sometimes it comes in uncheck mode, so we need to select this item okay checkbox. Click on check button. So the document is okay. So click on post button. So here you can see in left bottom corner we got message material document 8000255 posted. So with this movement, this material document has generated. Now I want to see this document in display mode, or I want to open this document in display mode. How I can open? So scroll above, here select transaction as a display, reference document. In reference document select material document. Here we will enter that material document and we'll press enter button. So with this you can open any material document in a display mode. In transfer posting tab, here you can see source, plant, source material, source, storage location information. In a destination section, here you can see target material, plant and storage location information, and also how much quantity we transferred. So going back to MMB screen. So this is our source material. So before refresh, just see here quantity it is showing 45. Now I will click on refresh. So now it has become 35. Earlier it was 45. Now it is showing 35. Why? Because we transferred 10 quantity, right? So after transferring 10 quantity, what happened? 10 quantity stock decreased from this supplying material. This is our supplying material or source material, right? So from this source or supplying material, 10 quantity stock decreased, and the same 10 quantity stock it will increase at receiving material or target material. So I am just refreshing. So before refresh, see quantity is showing 920. So now I will click on refresh. So it has become 930. So what happened? So with this 309 movement, stock decreased at source material and stock increased at target material. Right? Now I will go back to material document. So now I want to check accounting document. How I can open accounting document? So go to document info tab, click on FI documents button and double click on this accounting document. So this is how you can open accounting document. So in this accounting document I will add few columns. So going to change layout, here I will search material column. It is material, yeah. I am just moving towards left side. Even we will move plant column also. Click on continue. So last two columns are material and plant. Okay, I'm just dragging this column towards left side. So in first row it is showing raw hyphen mat 1. It means okay, the first line is for source material and second line is for target material. So with this you can see in the in amount section it is showing 1000 minus. It means okay, with this 309 movement what will happen? Stock value will decrease at supplying material side and stock value will increase at receiving or target material side, right? And this stock amount, this 1000 amount credited at supplying material, okay, and 1000 amount debited at receiving or target material. And this amount, this stock amount, okay, this stock amount gets posted to inventory GL account, okay, and this GL account system will determine through this transaction key BSX, through this transaction key BSX. Got it? Now we will understand how system calculates this value. How system calculates this value. So to calculate this value, what system does? System consider or system refers this formula. Stock value at supplying or source material. So how system calculates the stock value? It checks okay how much quantity transferred into supplying material master price. Supplying material master price. Same. So in this example, how much quantity we transferred? We transferred 10 quantity into supplying material master price. So to check the supplying material master price, what we'll do? We'll go to MM60. So in MM60 screen, here you can see this is our supplying material. So for the supplying material, what is the price? 100. Okay, price control indicator is V. V means moving average price, and what is the price maintained? 100 rupees, right? So here we will mention supply material price is 100. So 10 into 100, it becomes 1000. So 1000 amount got credited at supplying material end, right? Supplying material end. Now I want to check how system calculates stock value at receiving or target material. So stock value at receiving material or target material, it follows the same formula. Quantity transferred into supply material master price. So at both ends, like source material and target material, it considers supply material price. Okay. So here we transfer 10 quantity. So 10 into 100, it becomes 1000. So this much, okay, with this much amount, okay, our stock value will increase at receiving material end, right? So 1000 amount got debited at target material, right? But note, okay, here I'm just mentioning note, just important point. If price control indicator, if price control indicator in receiving material, in a receiving or target material, you can say, is standard. This is second case. Okay, is standard. Then this stock value at receiving or target material, this will be calculated, with this formula. Stock value at receiving or target material is equal to quantity transfer into receiving material master price. So what we'll do, we'll just go back to MM60 screen and we'll check is there any material with price control indicator standard. Yeah, we have. So what we'll do, we will transfer stock from this material, this raw material 2 to raw material 3. Raw material 2 has a 100 price, even raw material 3 has also, okay, oh, same price. So we will, okay, it will not show any differences. So what I will do, I will consider other example. Let's take, I am taking this example. Okay, 3 and I'm just using 4 and 3. Okay, we'll take this two example, raw material hyphen 3 and mat 3 and mat 4. So raw material mat 3 has a price control indicator S100, and raw material 4 has a price control indicator V and price is 90.10. So here is I'm just mentioning, okay, price control indicator V and price is 90.10. Now we'll transfer stock from this material 4 to material 3. So for this, first of all, we have to check stock in material 4. So in material 4 we have a 990 and in material 3 we have a 980. Yeah, so we have a stock. Now I will do stock transfer. So going back to Migo transaction, again execute Migo transaction. Here select action as a transfer posting, select reference document as a other. Here movement tab we need to use 309. In a transfer posting, here what we'll do, now we'll select okay, we will transfer material from 4 to 3. Okay, so this is our source material, and what is my destination material? My destination material is this. Okay, and I want to transfer stock from this plant, this storage location to this plant, this storage location. Scroll down. Here we will measure how much quantity we need to transfer. So we need to transfer 10 quantity. So here I selected 10. Then item OK checkbox is selected. Click on check button. Click on post. So document has posted. Now we'll open this document in display mode. Press enter. So this is the material document, right? Here you can see our source material is material 4, and we transfer stock from this material 4 to material 3, right? How much quantity we transferred? 10 quantity transfer. Now we'll go to doc info tab, click on FI documents, double click on accounting document. So here you can see earlier in previous accounting document it's shown 2 lines, now it is showing 3 lines, right? Now again what we'll do, we'll add material column and plant column. So search material and plant column, plant field in right section and move it towards left side. Then click on continue. So here it will show material and plant column, so I'm just dragging towards left side. So see, the first row is for material 4. Material 4 is our source material, right? We transfer stock from this material 4 to material 3. In the back end, stock will decrease at supplying end and it will increase at receiving end. Okay, don't bother about it. So here you can see this in first line at supplying material 9. Okay, stock value has credited. Okay, so with this amount, okay, the stock value will decrease at supplying material, and with this amount stock will increase at receiving end. So here what happened, here you can see at supplying end, okay, how much with how much amount stock value has decreased, 901.01. So how this value calculated? So I'm just copying this row. So stock value at supplying end, okay, stock value at supplying end, how system calculates? Quantity transfer into supplying material master price. So what is supplying material master price? So this is our supplying material, right? So this is our supplying material and this is our receiving or target material. So here supplying material price is 10 into 90.10, right? So 10 into 90.10, what happens? Let me copy, put it here. Okay. 10 into 90, I'm just removing this. Into 90.10, so it will become 901, right? It will become 901. So going back to accounting document, so here you can see 90.10, so it becomes 900.1.01 something, due to some decimal it is not showing there. And how system calculated value at receiving end, how system calculated at receiving end? So here you can see at receiving end the total value is 1000 rupees. How system calculated this? So for this, as I mentioned, if price control indicator in receiving material is standard, then system calculates stock value with this formula, quantity transfer into receiving material master price. So receiving material master price is how much? 100. So 10 into 100, 1000, right? 10 into 100, 1000. So here you can see 1000, with this 1000 amount stock value increase at receiving end. So this one, our stock value at receiving end, it got increased with this 1000 amount. And whatever the difference, okay, whatever the difference between these two values, that difference amount system posts into price difference GL account with the transaction key AUM. So that difference system posts into price difference GL account with the transaction key AUM. So here you can see this is our price difference GL account, and this is our inventory GL account. So this inventory GL account system determines through this BSH transaction key, and this price difference GL account system determined through AUM transaction key. So this is about accounting part. This is about accounting part. Now let's assume if there is a material which is batch managed. Let's say this material raw mat 7. Let me open this material in a stock overview screen. Okay, here you can see for this material we have a total 140 quantity stock available, and that 140 quantity stock available in two different batches, right? In batch 48 we have a 20 quantity stock, and batch 50 we have a 120 quantity stock, okay, available. Now I want to transfer stock from this material, okay, from this material to other material. So how we can transfer? Same, let's say I'm just opening other material. Click on execute. So here you can see for this material raw hyphen mat 8 we have total 100 quantity stock available, and that is available in 51 batch, okay, it is available in 51 batch, and I want to transfer stock from this 48 batch, okay, from this 48 batch of this material to other material. So we'll check, okay, if we can perform this action or not. So again going back to Migo transaction, here select action as a transfer posting, reference document will be same other, here movement type will be 309, here enter material. Now I want to transfer stock from this material raw hyphen mat 1 mat 7 to raw hyphen mat 2, sorry, raw hyphen mat 8. Okay, we want to transfer stock from material 7 to material 8. So here I enter material information, and then I press enter button. So here you can see, here I am just entering plant code. The moment I enter plant material and plant information, system has populated batch field. In earlier case system has not populated batch field. Why? Because that material is not batch managed under ZP01, but this material is batch managed under our ZP01 plant. That's why system has populated this batch. Now let me enter storage location information. Now here we need to enter batch information. So which batch quantity stock we need to transfer? I want to transfer this 48 batch stock, okay. So here you can see under this material we have a 48 batch, but do we have batch in mat 8 material? No, right? So now what I will do, I will transfer this after 20 I will transfer 10 quantity. So I will go back to here, let me copy this batch. Here I will enter this batch. I want to transfer this stock from this batch, okay, from this material to this material. How much quantity I want to transfer? I want to transfer 10 quantity. Press enter. Select item, okay, check box, click on check button. So here you can see it's a warning message, so we can just bypass it. Click on post button. So the document has posted. So system allowed us to create material document. So open this document in display mode. So here you can see we transfer stock from material 7 to material 8, and which batch we transferred? We transferred 10 quantity from this batch, okay, to this batch in this material 8. Now I am going back to stock overview screen. So refreshing this screen. So here you can see earlier it was 20, but now it is showing 10 quantity at material 7. Now going back to other stock overview screen. So for this mat 8, okay, I'm just refreshing this screen. So here you can see we have transferred stock, right? We have transferred stock from mat 7 to mat 8, but it is not showing stock at receiving material end. Why it is not showing? Because if I open batch master data, how you can open batch master data? The transaction code is MSC3N. If you want to open batch master data in a display mode, you need to execute transaction code MSC3N, enter material code. So our receiving material is this. What is our batch? Our batch is 48. Plant code is ZP01. Storage location is 0001. Press enter. So here you can see batch status is a restricted. Okay, batch status is a restricted. Now I am just opening. I will just opening this transaction in change mode. Okay. Now I will change batch status from restricted to unrestricted. So selecting this unrestricted radio button, click on save. So batch has changed. Now if I go back to MMB screen and I am refreshing this, so here now it is showing this batch, right? 48 quantity. Okay, earlier it was not showing because the batch status was restricted. After changing the status from restricted to unrestricted, now it is showing that batch, right? So how this? Okay, so now we have changed status, right, from restricted to unrestricted. So with this status change, what happens? System creates a material document in the backend. So if you want to see that document, how you can see? Just right click on this and go to material movements. So here you will see material document with the movement type 342. So here if you double click on this material document, so here it will show, right? So in the left side it will show destination and right side it will show from. So earlier the status of this batch was restricted, but now we change it to unrestricted, right? So this movement, okay, this status change movement, okay, system perform through the movement type 342. So this 342 movement is for changing batch status from restricted to unrestricted. So here I am just mentioning 342 movement. So with this movement we change batch status from restricted to okay. Let's say if you want to again change batch status from unrestricted to restricted, how you can change? Again go to MSC2N, okay. MSC3N is for display, MSC2N is for change, MSC1 is for creation. So I'm just executed. Okay. I'm just going back. Okay. I'm executing MSC2N. So this is the change batch master data. Here again I am entering same information: material, batch, plant, solution. Press enter. Okay. Suppose if you want to restrict, okay, usage of this batch. So in that case we will select restricted status, clicking on save. If you select this status, then that batch stock will not appear, okay, in MMB. It means, okay, that batch will not be available for use. Where is that? Oh, let me go to here. Click on execute. So see, now it is not showing batch here, right? It is showing only 51. Why? Because that 48 batch we can updated as a restricted. Now if I go back to MB51, MB51 transaction is for material movement, right? So material document list. So in this, okay, we will enter material, plant, solution, clicking on execute. So here it will show one more document with movement type 341. So if you double click on this material document, so here also in transfer posting we have a two section, from section and destination section. In from section, here you can see batch and its okay, it's in unrestricted and destination is the restriction. It means, so here what we did in this movement, we changed batch status from unrestricted to restricted, and this status change happens through movement type 341. So here just we'll just mention 341 movement is for changing batch status from unrestricted to restricted. And just remember this, okay, we cannot use this movement type, okay, at front end. Suppose if anyone tries to use this movement in Migo transaction, okay, it is not possible. Okay, if you try to enter here movement type 341, so with this movement, okay, you cannot enter. So here you can see movement type 341 is not planned for this operation. Okay, so this movement, okay, so this movement system triggers in the back end. Sometime in interview, interviewer can ask, okay, what is movement type 341 and 342. So in that case, you need to tell him, okay, 342 it triggers, okay, when we change batch status from restricted to unrestricted, and 341 it triggers when we change status from unrestricted to restricted. Okay, now one more thing. Let's say if I want to transfer stock, okay, let's say I want to transfer stock for one of the material. Let's say there is one material. Where is our MMB screen? Oh, I came out from that. Go to MMB. Let's take this example. So here my requirement is I want to transfer stock. I want to transfer stock from this. I want to transfer stock of this material, okay, from one storage location to other storage location, one storage location to other storage location. Right now we have a 100 quantity stock in 0001. I want to transfer stock from 0001 to 0002, okay, for batch managed material. So how we can transfer? If you want to do stock, if you want to transfer stock from one storage location to other storage location, okay, our requirement is, okay, we want to transfer, we want to do stock transfer from one store to, or we want to do stock transfer from store to store. Simple, in simple language I am just mentioning. So if you want to do stock transfer from store to store, we have a two option, okay, one step and two step, one step and two step. So with one step, okay, if you want to do stock transfer, then we use movement type 311. And for two step, if you want to do stock transfer, then in that case we need to perform two activities, and in that case we need to use movement type 313 and 315. So what we'll do, first of all we'll see how we can do stock transfer with one step, and then we'll see how we can do stock transfer with two step. So for this we'll consider this material raw-mat 8, right, and we'll consider plant ZP01, right. Now I want to transfer stock from 0001 to 0002. So first of all we'll see how we can do stock transfer with one step procedure. So for this, okay, we'll go to Migo transaction. Here we'll select action as a, or transaction as a transfer posting. Here we'll select reference document as the other, and now we'll select movement type 311. Now what is our material? Our material is raw hyphen matted. Here what is our plant? Our plant is ZP01. What is our solution? My solution is 0001. I want to transfer stock from 0001 to 0002. Right? As this material is batch managed under this plant, so here system is asking to enter batch information. So which batch stock you want to transfer? I want to transfer stock of this batch 51. So I'm just copying this batch. Here I'm entering this batch. Okay, how much quantity you want to transfer? I want to transfer 10 quantity. So here I'm entering 10 quantity. Yeah, we have total 100, right? So out of the 100 we will transfer 10 quantity. Click on check button. Yeah, then click on post. So document has posted. Open this document in display mode. Right? So here it will show from this plant, this store location we transfer stock to this store location 0002, and which batch stock we transferred? This batch stock we transferred. How much quantity we transferred? 10 quantity. Now we'll go to MMB screen. Click on refresh. So here you can see 10 quantity stock decrease at 0001, but it is not showing receiving store location stock. Why? Because this batch, okay, has this batch is not already created in 0002. Right now this batch is created in 0002, and when any new batch creates, so that time, okay, as per the configuration setting, the batch status is in restricted, right? So we'll just go to MSC3N. Okay, we transfer this batch, right, and we transfer stock into 0002. So here, okay, now it is showing unrestricted. Now if I go back to raw hyphen matted, okay, oh sorry, going back, I made here I forgot to remove storage location, and that's why it was not showing. Click on execute. See, now it will show. Earlier what happened? Okay, it was selected only 0001, but now it is showing 0002 stock also. So here you can see 10 quantity stock decrease at supplying solution, and at the same time 10 quantity stock increase at receiving solution. Okay. Same thing we'll do with one step procedure. Sorry, now with two step procedure. Now what I will do? I will transfer 10 quantity stock from 0002 to 0001 with two step method. So for this, again going back to Mego screen, here we will select action as the transfer posting, reference document as other, movement type is, now here select movement type 313. Instead of transfer posting, you can select remove from storage also. Okay, remove from storage, movement type 313. Anything is fine, remove from storage or transfer posting. So see, here I am selecting remove from storage 313. Now here we will enter our material plant, and here I want to transfer stock from 0002 to 0001. Here now system will ask to enter batch. So which batch stock we want to transfer? We want to transfer stock of this batch 51, right? How much quantity I want to transfer? Let's say we want to transfer 10 quantity. Select item, okay, check box, click on check button, click on post, right? So document has posted. Go back to MMB screen, refresh this screen. So what happened? From here you can see now 0002 solution has gone, right? Why? Because it it had only 10 quantity, right? And the 10 quantity we remove. Now it will become 0 at 0002, right? That's why it is not showing 0002, because whatever the stock was available in 0001, all stock we transferred, right? All stock we removed from 0002. That's why 0002 is not showing. But it that stock has not increased at receiving end. Why? Because it's a two step, right? It's in two step. What happens? Stock gets decreased at supplying end, but it does not increase at receiving end. Okay, it increases at stock in transfer storage location. So if you move the scroll bar towards the right side, so here it will show transfer storage location column. So drag this column towards left side. See, 10 quantity stock decrease at supplying solution, but it is increase at transfer storage location. So it is in transit, right? Now let's say this stock is received at this storage location 0001. Now I want to receive this stock in 0001. So for this again we need to perform transaction. So going back to Migo transaction, here now we'll select place in storage or transfer posting. So here I am selecting place in storage, and in this case, okay, whatever the material document generated or created during 313 movement, you can refer same material document. So here I am referring same material document. Press enter. So if you go to let me enter this transfer place in storage with respect to other movement type is 315. What is the material? Raw material 8. How much quantity? 10 quantity. In where tab, okay, here enter receiving information. Right? And which batch we want to receive? We want to receive this batch. Select check button, click on post. So document has posted. Now if you go back to base screen, click on refresh. So here you can see now it is showing 100 quantity stock, means it increase stock increase at receiving end and stock decrease at transfer store location column. So this is how you can do stock transfer, okay, for batch managed material from one store to other. Same thing, okay, we can do for plant to stock transfer from plant to plant with one step and two step procedure. So in that case we need to use movement type. For plant to plant stock transfer via inventory management, we need to use movement type 301. For one step, and for two step 303 and 305. So with this movement type we can do stock transfer for batch managed material from plant to plant. Let's assume there is requirement comes to do stock transfer from one batch to other, batch to batch stock transfer. There is a requirement, okay, came from business, okay, to they want to do stock transfer from batch to batch. So in that case also we can use 309 movement. Okay, let's take other example. I want to transfer stock from, let's take this material. So here you can see we have two batches 48 and 50. Requirement is they want to transfer stock from this 48 to 50 batch. So in this case what we'll do, again we'll execute Migo transaction. Here I will select transfer posting. In a reference document field will select other, and here I will use movement type 309. Here we will enter material. Let's say our material is this, plant is this. Okay, in this case, okay, from and destination materials is same because we want to do stock transfer from one batch to other batch, right? So here plant, material, solution, okay, everything is same. I want to transfer 10 quantity, correct? And what is the batch? I want to transfer stock from this 48 batch to 50 batch. Press enter, click on check button, then click on post. So document has posted 8000261. Open this document in display mode. Yeah, so see, in transport posting type, here you can see all information. In from section you can see which material, which plant, which solution, which batch, okay, we transferred to which material, which plant, which solution, and which destination batch, right? So here material, plant, solution, okay, is same at both end, only batch is different. Okay, in from section the batch is 48, in a destination section batch is 50. Now I am going back to stock overview screen. So before refresh, here see 10 quantity in 48, 120 in 50 batch. Now I am refreshing. So 48 batch has gone because the stock, okay, we remove all stock from that 48 batch and we loaded into 50 batch. That's okay. Here it is showing 130. Now if I go back to material document, go to doc info, click on FI document. So no subsequent document found in accounting. So here accounting document has not generated because we did batch to batch stock transfer. Correct? So this is about today's topic. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye bye.